The Lord of the Rings, the card game core set, first came out in 2011. And over that time, a lot of memories have been created. Today we're going to talk about the 5 most memorable encounter cards from the core set. Now, I've been playing this game since almost 2011, 2012-ish, 2013 maybe.
I have no memory of this place.
So I've developed some memories over time as well.
Jackson Warfield's
That's
game
where this
room.
list is coming from. And this isn't listed the strongest either, just because, like, that's obvious. What makes a card memorable is a lot more nuanced than that. Honorable mention for the most memorable encounter cards is the Dol Guldur Beastmaster. Why? To this day, I still don't totally understand whether you're supposed to add the second shadow card the first time he attacks or add it for the second to have it ready to go for the second attack. I know we're supposed to get 2 shadow cards, but the phrasing was very strange, frustratingly ambiguous there. So he's memorable in that way. All right, so number 5 is that bald-looking, kind of bearded spider dude, Ungoliant Spawn. So this is not Shelob or Ungoliant. This is just a really big spider that you may have to encounter in your first ever quest in the game. It's a big bad. It's a difficult enemy to beat, or at least it appears so. So if you encounter this guy and you beat him, it's a pretty fun accomplishment. Played this game before I read the Silmarillion, so having this tie back to Ungoliant, it's kind of cool. I'm not allergic to spiders, it's just allergy season. Number 4 for most memorable encounter cards is Caught in a Web. If you think about the most memorable cards, that might not be the first one that comes to mind, but once you do, you realize the reason why you didn't think of it is because you had been blocking all those memories out. You ever wondered why Uncle Gimli always told you to bring a miner from the Iron Hills with you when traveling through a forest?
Anyone who goes in there will die! Oh, Big Henry. Big Henry.
I will take it.
This is why. This is a condition, treachery. You attach this card to one of your heroes, and they basically got to only take a turn one every 3 turns, and it costs resources to do so. And the only way to get rid of the web was a miner of the Iron Hills. I guess they're equipped with certain knives to cut the web, I guess. I would almost rather lose a hero than have him get caught in the web, because you never quite know when you're gonna free the guy. It's very memorable. Number 3 is Chieftain Uftak. Chieftain Uftak is interesting. Chieftain Uftak, despite being a powerful enemy that keeps getting stronger the more he fights you, by putting its own experience markers on himself, isn't actually the big bad in any of the quests out of the original core set. He is the big bad in one of the Ninja Dorg scenarios, which were created and were on the Board Game Geeks forums early on in the life of the game. The quests for the core set are pretty difficult, and Ninja Dorg developed those quests as an easier version of that. And obviously using the one unique enemy that seemed to deserve his own quest but didn't have one at the time as the big bad in one of those quests was a nice touch, so made it more memorable. But it is interesting when you're just playing a quest and you're dealing with no-name orcs popping up and all of a sudden this guy shows up. Yeah, you'll remember that guy. Number 2, Necromancer's Reach. Fuck this card. Throughout the core set and then throughout the first cycle, you had to always be ready for it to just take 1 health off every questing character, to the point of that. It was the one card you would almost save a test of will for. There wasn't any other way to deal with it. You had to deal with sometimes you'll get 2 2 or more in a round and just wipe out your whole team. I don't even know if it was that great of a design, but it wasn't so much that it was just better to play without it. It's just a really tough card to deal with. You'd have to design decks around it for as long as it was being used. It was a relief to get into Khazad-dûm and not have to deal with this card anymore. I have to say that much. Definitely number 2 on the most memorable encounter cards. And number 1.
The hills are alive with the sound of
The Hill Troll. The second quest of the Lord of the Rings the card game core set is Journey along the Anduin. Journey along the Anduin. Journey, I don't know. They made a second one. I'm almost certain it's Journey along the Anduin. Journey down the Anduin. God damn it. Yeah, so Journey down the Anduin starts where you have a hill troll. And the hill troll is gonna fuck you up. And you have to really strategize around how to handle this hill troll. You either have to be able to take a hit with a strong hero, or be able to strangle it in a forest snare, or get a feint out there. There's it's not good. And you can't chump block the hill troll, because the thing is, most enemies in Lord of the Rings card games, the way you deal with them is when you can't really block them. You send out a little tiny guy, and they basically kill a fly with a sledgehammer, and then you go and knock him out. You can't do that with Hill Troll because any excess damage is an increase in threat for you. So you have to deal with them. And then you get to go down the Anduin and actually, hopefully finish the quest. Yeah, no, it was... talk about a tough introduction to the game. The game was arguably too difficult right out of the core set because of this specific quest and in specific... and even more precisely, this card and how it impacted you. It was clear from this that Lord of the Rings LCG was not just a game about being thematic and breezing through quests. It was a game about overcoming challenges by tailoring your quests, and sometimes mixing cards together don't make any sense to overcome obstacles. Part of the reason why I really like the game is because when you get a lot of expansions, you can make thematic and effective decks. But I can understand people that were dissuaded because this card was just too much and they didn't like the idea of having to build decks that didn't make any thematic sense together, because that's the only way to beat a Hill Troll. So yeah, the Hill Troll, number one, most recognizable. The card itself still gives me the shakes when I see it come up, you know, like a lightning in the sky behind it. Yeah, screw this guy. But he's the most memorable encounter card of the core set. I dare you to disagree with me. Let me know in the comments. This has been Jackson Warfield's Game Room. Very short video today.
Wait, what?
And I didn't even do much of an introduction. So that's what this channel is. Hope you enjoy this. See you in the next video.